What's up guys, I'm Metasly and we're back today with part 11 of the 1000-hour Final Fantasy Challenge where we get 100% on every mainline Final Fantasy game in order. We're about 17 hours in so far and we're working our way through Final Fantasy II, so without further ado, let's get into it. Alright, so we finally made it to the Dreadnought, and in the last video we spent our time getting the Sunfire and Egil's Torch so we can have the tools to destroy the Dreadnought once we found it, and now he finally found it. So, as you can see, there are 4 doors along the top, and then one chest up by the doors, and then one set of stairs in the middle of the room, and then another set at the very bottom. So we're going to start, I think, with the doors up at the top and the single chest and see what is in them. Well, what do you want? Ask him about Wild Rose and tell him that we're the rebels. Rebel curs!
Hey, just a minute, you! Them's fighting words!
And we have a captain. I'm not sure. So there's a few different levels of this type of enemy, the soldier type, with different strengths, and I don't remember how strong this one is, but they are all strong against physical, so I need to use some magic as much as I can. So should be able to auto battle with Firion and Maria using fire, and then physical with Guy and Gordon, even though Gordon's doing nothing and Guy most likely will be doing nothing. So hopefully we'll survive a ways without having to resurrect or anything. They do have quite a bit of health. And Gordon did not survive, so I guess we ought to use the life spell on him. Surely this guy is low on HP at this point. I don't have any idea how much he has, so we'll see how much longer before we take him out. He's not dying first round though, so that's an improvement from what most other things have been in this game so far. It's crazy, this far into the game we're still fighting like wasps and goblins and like super basic enemies all the time. So it is a nice change of pace to have a challenge here. I bet he dies this turn order. He does. Alright, cool. Okay, I guess the way he's dying, like the dissolving animation, I guess maybe that implies that he was kind of like a mini-boss, because we had to fight him, and only the bosses have dissolved like that so far. Better heal up here. But, either way, he is dead, and now we can use some cures. Need to save some. Holy cow, guy has a lot of HP, which is good, because he's our tank. But we need to save some MP with Maria, especially if we have to fight a bunch of those guys, so might as well use a bunch of potions. We got 82 of them, so can top everybody off with them. And I guess in theory, you could fight all of these other people, but I will not be doing that. So let's go up to these doors and this chest up here and see what's in them. We actually got self-destructed on for once, or well, I think it's been like twice that that's happened, so not for once, but pretty much for once. Okay, I think before, there's a lot of stuff on the right side, but I think before that we're going to do these 3 doors and the chest, and then do that set of stairs right there in the middle of the room, because I have a feeling that's where we go first, since it's the closest to the door. Oh, what is this? Were-panthers and magicians and a soldier. So the soldiers are pretty weak. I have no idea what anyone else does. I have a feeling we need to take out these magicians quickly, in case they do some crazy magic. But we'll see. Nothing too exciting so far. Okay, weakling. Alright. This looked like an intimidating fight, but not too hard so far. Curious what the optimal, or if there is like an optimal, oh, we got a fire tome there. An optimal build for each character, like swords as opposed to axes and things like that. I have a feeling for Maria we should have done staves. Stunner. I assume it's like the were-rats, but they stun instead of do venom damage. But we chose the double knives with Maria, double axes with Guy, and then sword and shield with Firion, which right there, the shield came in handy, so we'll see how it goes. I have no idea what's optimal. Let me know in the comments if you do, just out of curiosity. But we're making good progress so far, and it hasn't been a problem, so we'll see if it keeps up that way. It may come to a point that we need to farm for magic. Ooh, Helldivers. What do they do? So far, not much. Ah, interesting. But anyway, there may come a point that we need to upgrade our magic, and in which case we could probably go outside, like find a town with decent strength enemies around it that sells ethers, and then go outside of the town and use all of our magic spells, like purposely take damage and then cure and cast fire and stuff like that, and then just go into the town, buy an ether, rest up, and reset. And using the gold that 600 gold. Or the gil, I should say. Using the gil that we got from fighting those enemies, we could buy more ethers. Or actually, we don't even need ethers. What was I thinking?
Nobody knows.
We could just go to an inn, and it would be even easier. So, if it gets to the point that we need to level our magic, it should not be hard at all. Especially, I assume we get the airship at some point. And if we do get the airship, then we could just find wherever the strongest enemies are, and then farm them that way. Okay, so we have a chest here with a locked door. I'm not sure how to open the locked door, or if we can yet. Let's see. Okay, so an iron gate blocks the doorway. The cell is empty. I assume we need a key of some sort. So I guess we will be coming back here once we have a key or some way of opening the cell. Blinded. Very blinded. Jeez. Wow. This is crazy. Maria's stunned. Everyone's blinded. And they just keep casting blind. Again. Jeez. Okay. We're going to have to use some eye drops here. Or Asuna or Basuna. Whichever one it is. I don't remember. So Asuna cures status ailments, and then Basuna are ones that wear off after battle. So I'm assuming if I remember correctly, as we level Asuna, it cures more things. So we probably should use it to cure this rather than using eye drops. That way we can start leveling it. I don't know what would be so important to cure late. Oh boy. Oh, I thought it was booby trapped to where when we came out we'd be stuck, but the guy just happened to be standing there. More blindness.
I'm blinded.
That's okay though. More chance for us to level up our Asuna spell. We do need to keep an eye on her MP. That way she can use some offensive magic when we get into battle. It is curious that all of the well, not all, but most of the enemies have been undead so far. Wonder why that is. But we have the one door up at the top to the right, and then the stairs at the bottom. So let's go to the door first and see what's in it. I'm assuming that the bottom stairs are quote-unquote where we're supposed to go, but we shall see. What do you guys think of this game so far? I kind of mouthed it in the last video saying how easy this game was, but I still really do like the game. It's got a good charm to it, and I like the characters, and the storyline is super basic. I mean, obviously it's pretty early on in the life of RPGs, but I really do like this game quite a bit. Haven't played a Final Fantasy that I haven't liked so far.
You disgust me.
Let me know in the comments if there's one that you don't like, one of the mainline ones to watch out for during the challenge. But I am really looking forward to playing 3, which will be next in the series, because I've played it for maybe like 30 minutes, which is basically nothing, but I'm looking forward to playing it. So we have that room up to the right where we were earlier, and then down at the bottom we have 2 chests to the right, 1 chest in the center, and then 1 chest on the left. So we'll go to the chests on the right first. But as I was saying, I'm really looking forward to playing Final Fantasy 3 and checking out the job system. It's also interesting that Final Fantasy 3 and Dragon Quest 3 both have job systems, so it's kind of interesting how that worked out. I've recently played through, well, I guess, I don't know if it's super recent, but when the Dragon Quest 3 HD 2D remake came out, I played through it on release, and 100%ed it. It was like 85 hours, I think, to get through, and it was so freaking good that I probably could have put in another 85 hours and been perfectly happy to keep playing it. It was excellent game. So let me know if you guys liked it in the comments too, and let me know if you'd like to see a Dragon Quest series in the future, because Dragon Quest is my favorite RPG series. I love Final Fantasy. They're both great series, but I love me some Dragon Quest. So let me know if that's something you guys would be interested in the future. If we end up waiting until the end, oh, there is Hilda and someone who I don't recognize. I guess one of her retainers or something.
It's Sid.
But they are locked in a cage over there. So, or however we get the key, we're gonna have to take it over there too. Let's see, we've got a high potion and a potion. So now we will go to the center chest and I'll meet you there. All right, we are at the center chest and it has thieves gloves. Okay, cool. I wonder who would be best to use them. So we have nothing on arms of, oh, why don't we have anything on his arms? Gloves that enhance agility. Doesn't say anything about his evasion changing. I wonder if he has max evasion all the time. Let's see if it changes it for them. Okay, yeah. So it raises evasion for whoever has them. It also raises magic interference significantly for her, but we could have better magic defense and some defense. I think we're going to leave the leather gloves off of her for now. Oh, he's got bronze gloves. Well, let's see. I think we're going to do the thieves gloves on Guy here. That way he has a little bit more evasion and some better defense overall, and we don't care about his magic interference because he's not using spells. Then we can check out the bronze gloves on Furion, and I believe we're going to go ahead and do that as well. It raises his magic interference quite a bit, but he's not really a caster for the most part. He just casts sometimes. So let's see if we can do anything at this cell before we go to the other chest. But I got a little bit distracted. Let me know what you guys think, if there are any other series that you would like to see or any other games alongside of this one while I'm doing this series. Because if we wait till the end of this series, it's going to be quite a while before we get to any other games. But there's lots of things I want to play on the channel, and also I'm open to any recommendations for RPGs to play. I want to mostly play RPGs, puzzle games, strategy games, things like that on the channel, at least for now. So let me know if you've got any that you really recommend. But let's see, at this oh, okay, we can just open the gate. Okay, I wasn't expecting that after the other gate. Furion, I meant to meet you at Keshwan Keep, but things didn't go as planned. I'm sorry, I see they didn't go as planned. Thank you for coming to rescue me. You're welcome. And she repeats herself. Let's save the thank yous for later. I'll head for the airship with the princess. You find the engine and toss the Sunfire in. Got it? I'm going to get the airship ready for takeoff, and I don't plan on waiting around long. Cool. All right. I'm hoping after this quest, after destroying the Dreadnought, we get the airship for ourselves, but we'll see. I am also curious. So we don't know how to open that other gate. This one opened by itself for some reason, but the other one did not. So we didn't get any kind of key or anything, but I don't want to destroy the Dreadnought before getting that chest. We have to get everything. And I don't know if it's missable. So if we get to the point where it looks like we're going to destroy the Dreadnought without getting that chest, I will look up and see how to get it so I don't miss it. But for now, we got to head to this other chest. Let's see. Yep, I figured one more encounter. More undeads and more rats. All right, in this chest, we have a dark bow. Okay, no one's using bows. I'm half tempted to start leveling bows with Maria. Let's just see, hypothetically, if equipped, how much damage it would do. It is higher, but way less accuracy, less evasion, more magic interference. The bow can plunge its target into darkness, but I don't think it's worth it. I think we're going to stick with the knives with Maria for now. I am curious if I'm doing things optimally by leaving her in the back row, because she's doing half damage being in the back row, but she's also taking half damage too. So I don't know. Let's go ahead and let's move her to the front row for now, fight a few battles and see exactly how she does, because I was thinking that she did kind of puny damage, but I forgot I had her in the back row, so she might do well now. Let's find out here. Sheesh. Okay, yeah, she needs to be in the front row. We need to get her as much equipment as we can to protect her, because I have a feeling she's kind of weak, but that is a lot of damage now that she's in the front row. I cannot believe I forgot about that. It's also kind of crazy that being in the back row halves your damage and halves the amount of damage that you take. It's not just like a small percentage, it's literally half. That's crazy to me. But let's see. So our options are go down to the bottom, to those stairs in the bottom right, and I assume that that's where we take the Sunfire. Or we go back and see if I just missed how to open that gate and get the chest. So I think before we wander all the way down there, I'm going to go ahead and look real quick and make sure I'm not going to miss that chest. So I will check that out before we go.
Let's check it out.
Okay, so I am very glad that I looked before wandering all the way down there. It looks like there is a secret passage in the wall beside the chest that we have to get through. Not sure how we would have found that if I hadn't looked it up. Glad I did before destroying the Dreadnought. So I will make my way to that cell and then I'll meet you guys there. We got this guy wandering back and forth right in the way. Are you serious? There we go. All right, get out of the way. Okay, so apparently in this wall, yeah, you can just walk through the wall. That's crazy. How in the world did they expect you to find that normally? I mean, maybe, hypothetically, if we talk to some of the other soldiers that are walking around, one of them would have a hint or something. But that's crazy. Let me know if you know how you're supposed to figure it out. That's kind of cool. All right, we have monsters. Holy crap. Okay. Probably should have healed up before this. Let's see. We need to take out those mages. Let's take out all the weaklings first. And then we will go for the beefy boys. Soldiers. So they're not captains, they're just soldiers. So maybe they're not quite as strong as I thought, but we'll see. I know the captain was ridiculously strong, and actually they're sergeants, not soldiers. Soldiers are super weak. Captains are super strong, so we'll see how the sergeants are. I would assume that they're not too bad, but you never know. They are... Okay, I was going to say quite strong against physical. They're moderately strong against it and do a decent amount of damage. Okay, they're not that strong, I guess. Not too bad. Alright, we will auto battle with physical attacks from this point on. I don't think he can do anything really to damage us too much to where we would have to heal or anything like that. Nope. Alright, that was a pretty good fight. Oh, I didn't even look at the tomes. We got some tomes there. Sleep Blade. Ooh, that could be cool. I wonder if it is a sword or a knife. Sleep Blade is a sword and it puts foes to sleep. The accuracy is crap, but the attack is a lot higher and it can put them to sleep. So I think at least for now, we're going to try it out and see. Let's also look at these tomes that we got. So we got the Berserk tome that teaches Berserk, raise attack when used in battle. We need that. We want to be getting the buffs out. So she wants Berserk. Stun to inflict paralysis, and then fire. So Fury and Maria both know fire. Let's go ahead and give it... well, we could give it to Guy, or we could just sell it. I think we'll give it to him just because I don't think it'd be worth that much to sell. And then stunning, I don't think we'll ever use. So for now, we'll hold off. The reason I'm holding off is because you can only have a certain number of spells. So if we find better ones, we don't want to have to forget that spell and waste it when we could just sell the tome instead. So we have everything that this guy in the way again. We have everything up to this point that we can get. So I assume that we're just going to be going down and destroying the engine room with the Sunfire next. So I will make my way down to those stairs at the bottom right and then meet you guys there. Okay, we were making our way down to the stairs and then I looked over at the entrance and that looks like the Dark Knight standing and blocking the path. So maybe it's going to be one of those things where it's a timed, like you have a set amount of time to get out once you set it and then you have to go fight him on the way. That would be pretty cool. I really don't remember what it is that happens here, but we have made it to the stairs. Okay, no, we have not. We have almost made it to the stairs. And on the next floor, we have... what the heck is that right there? Oh, it's a guard. Okay. Okay, we have to make our way down and around and up and through a door. What is that in the middle of the room? Okay. Things might be a little more complicated than I was thinking. We'll see. And toxin. Or venom. We got envenomated. Alright, we can use antidote on Maria. So it didn't look like... I'm curious what the maximum... let's see, where are our stats? There it is. I wonder what the maximum level for each weapon is, because we're at 6 8. Okay. We just happen to be at like a flat amount on each level somehow, unless it just is not showing that we have progress in each level. So I thought that we had stopped leveling at first, but I wonder if there is a max level for each different type of weapon. Also, the fact that the guards are walking around in there is kind of strange because it doesn't look like anywhere that we can walk. Curious to see how many encounters we have before we get up to this door, too. It feels like about 10 steps in between encounters each time. Lots of encounters and not very many hard encounters, so it kind of balances out, but it's also a kind of a frustrating way to do it. I forgot we were using the sleep blade. I needed it to be looking to see how much damage it was doing. Also, skipped right through getting another tome. I don't know which one it was. Berserk. So we have another Berserk. Let's go ahead and teach Furion that, because that seems like one that would be very, very nice to have. Alright, we're going down. So maybe we go down here and then go up to the other one. Yes, it does look like it. So we go down and around, and there are 4 chests up at the top right, and then 1 path in the middle. So I think we're going to go to the chests first. Ooh. Hilda. Okay, so in Final Fantasy 1, they weren't really a big deal. Jeez, but as you can see, they are a big deal in Final Fantasy 2. I vaguely remembered when I stepped into this room that something was a big problem. And now I am seeing what it is. So we need to take out the Magician first, so we're not getting spelled on. And then we need Guy to be doing damage to the Hilda, I guess. Because, okay. I don't remember how to damage them. Maybe we have to do magic. Okay, let's try some magic on... No, not both of them. Let's try some magic on the Hilda, I guess. We need to get Maria up. We have 1 Phoenix down. I think it's worth using right here just to see. We need to get her up if she's going to be casting spells the whole time. Also, the Sleep Blade with Furion might be beneficial here. And the shields are definitely going to be beneficial. We need to stock up on Phoenix ups. Alright. I think... No matter... I don't think we're going to out-heal his damage output. Maybe we can. Okay, let's try it. Let's use Cure with Maria. Keep attacking with Guy, and then Gordon is just useless at this point. Actually, you know what? We do have an Antarctic Wind that we can use. We're going to save it for now. But we'll keep that in mind, because I'm pretty sure there's more of these coming up. Honestly, we could run away from this guy, too. Because we are doing almost no damage. And he is doing a whole lot of damage. Let's see. Could also try teleport. I don't know if he's immune to it. And we are out of Phoenix Downs. So I think we're going to go ahead and move Gordon to the back row so he's taking less damage. He is outputting no damage at all. And then try to just kill him before he kills us.
Duh.
Obviously kill him before he kills us, but hopefully we can beat him without having to heal, is what I'm trying to say. Okay, we'll see how this goes. We're just going to defend with Gordon. Hopefully he will take the most hits, but I kind of doubt it. Jeez. Okay. It's getting interesting. So up to this point, this game has been super easy, but it's finally getting a difficulty spike here. We'll see how severe and how long of a spike it is. Actually, do he know any? He does know fire. I think he's doing pretty good with his basic attacks, though. Good for this enemy, I should say. That was close. Jeez. I have a feeling we should have ran from this guy. Yeah, it's not looking great, but we are committed at this point. Could still flee, but we don't have any Phoenix Downs anyway, so I think... Jeez, still being in the back row and defending, he took 164 I think we're going to finish out this fight because we can't revive anyway. And we can continue from our autosave if we finish it out. So I don't think we're going to win this one. Honestly, it might be better if we don't. Because if we do, well, we could win this one and then try to escape the dungeon, make it back to a town, but that is a long way to do that. I don't know. Let's play it out and see what happens. I don't see us winning this one, though.
I find your lack of faith disturbing.
All right, here we go. Come on, guy. Oh, boy. Okay. All right. We did kill him. Now what?
Beats me.
Oh, boy. Okay. We don't have any magic we can use. We don't have any Phoenix Downs. We don't have a teleport tome to teach teleport to Guy. Okay, Furion is still walking, but he's dead. He's still walking dead.
Don't try to be funny.
Let's go ahead. We need to heal up Guy. And I think we're going to have to make our way from here all the way back to a town so we can resurrect as well as rest up, get our HP and MP refilled. So that's going to be quite a walk for me. And then we got to come back, open those chests up in the top. And spoiler alert, I remember there's a little something up there that's going to be tough too. But then we got to go up those stairs in the middle. So, oh gosh, dang, I just remembered the Dark Knight standing at the exit. Dang, this took a bad turn really quickly. We could go back to our autosave. We have an autosave that would be right when we entered the room. It kind of feels like cheating to do that though. If we don't do it now, then it'll erase the autosave. And I don't really know what we're going to do from there. Okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to do a quick save at this point. And then we will load the autosave. And then we will quick save. Will that override our other quick save? I think it will. Dang, we can only have one quick save. That's unfortunate. This is a very tough decision.
No, it's not.
So my thoughts are we can either go with the autosave and then know better than to fight that guy and be more prepared, or we could do things old school and go with the quick save. But I don't think there's any chance that we survive, because if we go forward, we die. We don't have any way of resurrecting. If we go back to the entrance, the Black Knight's there, we die. We have no chance. So I think this particular save is a wash for now, and we need to continue from the autosave. That's unfortunate. I hate to do that, but I don't really see any other option. If you do, let me know what it would have been in the comments. But for now, we're going to keep going from this point, and we will know better than to fight the Hilgaigus. And we know to keep our HP maxed out for now. So if we encounter any more of the Hilgaigus like this, we will flee. Man, I hate going back to autosave like that. It feels like cheating. It really does. But there's nothing else I could have done. Because even if I would have continued, I'm pretty sure I would have had to just kill off Guy and restart from a town. So to save a... Oh, geez, another one. To save a crap load of time, we're just going to go ahead and go to our autosave. That is one nice quality of life change for this newer version that I'm sure wasn't in the original. But I guess we're going to take advantage of it, as much as I don't really like it. Alright, we have 4 chests. Let's see. Let's top off our health again. We have plenty of potions. Don't want to be caught off guard. First chest has a trident. Ooh, okay. I'm assuming only Gordon will be able to use that, and click the wrong thing. So the trident is a 3-pronged spear that is effective against aquatic enemies. I don't really care about the aquatic effect, but it is better in every way than his current spear. The second chest has a main gouge. Is that how you say it? Gouge? So what the heck is a main gouge? It sounds like a dagger. I have heard the term, but I don't know what it is. It is a knife, and it raises evasion. Okay, so... see if Maria can use it. She can. Oh, dang. 99% evasion, baby. Let's go. And higher attack. All right. Very, very, very good find. Gonna go ahead and do a little quick save right here. Monsters. Okay. Is this what? Yes, this is, I think, what I was remembering. Having to fight a Hilgaigus up here. And I don't remember why, but I know the first time I played through this, it gave me a whole lot of trouble, and I got stuck to where I couldn't get out. Kind of what I was trying to avoid by going back to the autosave. So, glad I did that. And we need to up our attack somehow. Or evasion 1, so we're not getting hit. We cannot up our evasion, so we will use Berserk. Let's use Berserk on Guy. He has really good physical. So we'll try to take out these weaker guys in the front first. And then hopefully the Berserk ups his attack enough that we're actually doing some damage to this guy. Not really. Jeez, okay. Okay, so let's do magic with Maria and Furion. I need to be healing as well. Okay, so let's do magic. Let's do fire with Maria and Furion. Regular attack with Guy, and then we will move Gordon to the back row and then start using potions with him to heal. I do love that the giant is so tough. It's a more realistic that way, and it's also kind of crazy that this guy's not a boss as tough as he is. Also, it was crazy that I blocked so much damage right there. Shields are very, very nice. So we'll do fire. I'm not sure if... I'm assuming Berserk would only raise physical attack, so I'm not going to keep using Berserk on Furion since he's using magic. But now we can start using some potions and or high potions. Got 12 high potions. We'll go ahead and use one on Guy here. Not sure how much HP this guy has, but it's quite a bit, and his defense mixed with his damage output is just crazy. Alright, that is a lot of damage there, so keep going. I think, you know what, actually, we can just keep auto-battling, because I'm going to do the same thing on this turn. And then we'll see for the next turn who needs healed. Gordon himself, actually. Okay, going to use fire, attack, and then just a regular potion on Gordon. All right, cool. Okay, that was pretty tough. Glad to find a hard fight. Got a Thunder Tome there, and in the chest we have an Ice Shield. Let's see how good that is. Gordon.
What did he say?
Got the Golden Shield currently that's resistant to poison, and the the Ice Shield, I mean. It has the same stats, but it's resistant to fire. Not sure which one would be better. I'm going to say probably fire, because poison does a lot less damage, and I think it's less common than the fire attacks. I'm not for sure. We've got a Giant's Helm. Oh, that's funny. Giant in one chest, Giant's Helm in the other. And let's see who can wear it. It is way better for Furion. But I think Guy... Ooh, yep. Okay. Guy's going to wear it. It's better for him and everything that we care about. Don't really care about evasion or magic interference, but it's better in every other stat. So he will be wearing the Giant's Helm. And we have an extra bronze helm, but I don't think we're going to... You know what? Yeah, we'll put it on Gordon here, because he doesn't cast spells and the defense is higher. So glad to have those chests cleared. I remember the first time playing through here, that gave me so much trouble. So we'll go ahead and save here again now that that's over, just in case. And we will go up through this main door, and presumably this will be the engine room, and we can clear that and finish this dungeon. All right, after he gets out of the way. And probably one more, yep, one more encounter. At least it's just rats and, or were-rats and ghasts this time. No more Hilgaigus so far, or Geigi. Still don't know what the plural of Gygus is. Guess I could look it up.
I'm being awesome. I don't care that much either.
Right?
In presumably the engine room. Actually, you know what? We got to go up. Well, I guess this is the engine room. And those guys are working on the engine. Maybe that's what it's supposed to be representing. More stairs. Oh, geez, another floor. Okay, thankfully we have this map. We don't have to wander. And we can see that there are no chests or chests or stairs anywhere else on the floor. And there's one door in the center of the room right there. So, that's got to be where we're going. But we have these guys blocking the way. So it is like a maze that we have to go through to find our way down there. It's pretty nice that they put something in that kind of thwarts the map. So we have the map, we can see where everything is, but we still have to go a certain way to get there. So I like it, I can appreciate it. So let's see, which way do we go? Okay, okay, we gotta go up and around and to the left and down.
Bring it around town.
It doesn't really look like anything is leveling here, so might need to look into that, see if we're doing something wrong or if we need to switch it up and use different types of weapons. Because we are attacking with each person each time, and it does not look like their weapon level is going up. I don't know if it's because the enemies are too weak. I have not looked into the precise details of how it works in this game. But as you can see, the level did not go up since last time. That is interesting. I don't really know what, if anything, we should change to fix that. I'm also curious if we could, instead of making our way around all of these guys, if we could fight them, and then after we kill them, they get out of the way. But either way, I think we're going to just find our way there, if we can. And not this way. These stunners are everywhere. Okay, all the way down. And it's like a big swirl all the way around the room. Okay, actually got self-destructed on, so better heal up. Still got 58 potions. We're in pretty good shape. And we literally have to go all the way around the room. Up and around, and then back down. Also, not really sure how good the sleep sword is, because hasn't put anyone to sleep that I've noticed, and it isn't doing a whole lot of damage. So I think we're going to go ahead and swap him back off of the sleep blade. Let's see what it says is optimal. Sleep blade and werebuster. Okay, we're using the shield no matter what. So I guess maybe this sleep blade is optimal. Okay, it lowers his attack a lot. But his evasion is way up, and he can actually block. So we're sticking with the sword and the shield. Okay, we have made it all the swirling way around to the center of the room, and we have found the engine. All right, we have done everything in this dungeon so far. So now let's use the Sunfire and destroy this thing. We'll see if it's a timed escape sequence like I was thinking. I don't think it would be, but that would be a cool touch. You throw the Sunfire into the engine. There's the Dark Knight. What have you done? The engine! It's gonna blow! That voice. There's no time, Maria. The ship will blow up any minute. We've got to get to Sid's airship. Nice. That's awesome. I think I know who that voice was that she was referring to. Someone that we have not seen in quite a while. If you're new to the series, you might not know. But I bet it is who I think it is. This is a cool... I like this music. I like this little escape here. Is it going to make us go through every single floor? That's hilarious. Yep, it's going to make us go up every door, or up every set of stairs and through every door to get out, I think. No? Okay, almost everyone. And with that, let's see. The Dreadnought is finally destroyed. That has been, most of this game so far has been dealing with the Dreadnought. So, Dreadnought is destroyed. We're on the airship. We'll see if we get to keep it. I have a feeling we do, but we'll see. We made it. And he dropped us off and left. We didn't get the airship. Maybe we talk to Hilda and then get it. But first things first, let's rest up. We have not done that in a while. Okay, now let's go see what Hilda says now that she's been rescued. Maybe Sid will be here. We'll see. The princess is safe and well. I wish the same were true of the king. That's not good. Princess is safe and well. I wish the same were true of the king.
Is there an echo in here?
Do they all say the same thing? Nope. Blew up the dreadnought, did you? I always knew you had it in you. So he is the opposite of this crabby old guy up here. Blew up the Oh. Okay. He's saying he always knew.
Let's try that again.
He's saying that he knew it was always in me as well. But he's a liar. And the princess is not here. Okay. We can go check her room, but since everyone was saying the king is not doing well, or at least that one guy said it, maybe she's in here. There is a cutscene in here, at least. Gordon, Minwoo, and Firion. I have one last request to ask of each of you. Please, listen carefully. Gordon, you've grown so strong. I want you to lead our army. Do all you can to help Hilda. My liege, I swear it on my very life. Minwoo, you know of the legend. The legend speaks of the ultimate magic that was sealed away. The seal may only be broken when the world stands at the brink of destruction. I believe that time has come. Do you agree? I do. The time to break the seal binding the Ultima Tome is upon us. Ultima. Firion, I would have you go to Deist, home of the dragons. Home of the dragoons, I should say. I was told that all of the dragoons were slain and attacked by the Empire, yet I refuse to believe that there are no survivors in so noble a group. If we are to stand against the might of the Empire, I am convinced that we will need the dragoons and their wyverns. If you combine your efforts, the day of our victory will come, and this I ask of each of you. Take care of Hilda. Alright, the king is dead. Your Majesty. We have new instructions. The king is dead. Everyone has new roles. So now I assume we go talk to the princess. We should save our tears for another time.
Give them a moment, for pity's sake.
We must carry on the king's last wishes. We each have our duties. Let's not let them go unfulfilled. Alright. Everyone is doing their duties now. They didn't... Okay, it didn't tell us where Deist is. So we need to find Deist. Hopefully the princess can tell us. Hee hee. Hee hee. Alright. We'll be back for her later. But for now, we go to Deist. I don't know. Maybe this old fart can tell us where Deist is. Deist, you say? It's an island kingdom located in the sea to the east of the snow plains. To get there, you'll need to take a ship from Paloom and sail south. We're going back to Paloom. When the Emperor first moved against Deist, we dismissed the attack as a mere skirmish. But the Emperor feared the power of the dragoons and meant to wipe them out. Thank goodness we talked to this guy and got this term. That way we didn't have to come back for it later. Some say the dragoons can speak the language of the wyverns. More terms to learn here. If you go to Deist, you may find wyverns that yet live. A wyvern would make for a most advantageous ally. You should visit the port of Paloom and seek out a ship to take you to Deist. Alright, that is where we will go next. So, off to Paloom. I think Paloom is before Poft, if I remember correctly. We've lost our king. Lost our king. We've lost our king. I want to ride a wyvern. Everybody else cared about the king. That's a very accurate depiction of the kid. And fly through the air, he says. His Majesty passed away, hasn't he? Okay, so I am going to stock up on potions and items real quick. See what all they have. I don't know if they have any ethers. We might want to grab some. So I think we're good on these for now. We haven't encountered anywhere we would need them necessarily. Need some Phoenix Downs. Let's go ahead and buy a handful of those. Couple ethers for emergencies. One more cottage. And then we can fill up on potions and high potions. Max out the potions. Let's not max out the high potions yet. That's a lot of money. But we will buy a handful of them. Eye drops wouldn't hurt to have some more of. So I think we're good for now. We have plenty of money if we need to stop off somewhere else and get more. But for now, I think we're good. And we will head to Paloom, and I'll meet you guys there. All right, we have made it to Paloom. So, oh, okay, someone new. Sailor, ye be looking for passage to Deist, are ye? Well, this be your lucky day. Just so happens me ship was about to leave for Deist. Be ye wanting a ride? Absolutely. Doesn't this seem a little too convenient, Firion? Maybe it is, but there aren't any other ships going to Deist. We're just going to have to trust her. That does not sound like a good idea. Me name's Leila. I'll be waiting outside the city for ye. We'll weigh anchor as soon as you're ready to set go. All right. We will find out what she's up to shortly. Heading to Deist, are you? Can't help you there. Try someone else. I was curious if any of these other pirates would say anything about her and like warn us. Nope, it doesn't look like it. All right, so let's go follow Leila and go to Deist. I have a feeling we're either going to get attacked on the way or she's not going to take us to Deist. We shall see. Yeah, it's looking like attacked on the way. All right, let's see. Or captured. Trust in pirates doesn't say much for the space you got between your ears. We'll spare your lives, but your loot will be ours now. What's this? It's a fight you be won? You really are stupid. Get 'em, boys! All right, fighting pirates. That's a lot of... What the heck is that sprite? It looks like they're called pirates, but they look more like the Goblin King from The Hobbit. See how tough they are. It didn't even do any damage to Guy. They don't look very tough. Holy cow, she did a lot of damage there. Yeah, does not look like this fight's going to be much of a problem. Just power our way through. Down with the chunky pirates. Alright, easy enough. Let's see what she's got now. That was a lot of gold we got there. Or gil, I should say. Enough! I know an unbeat. Go on then. Do what you're going to do and be done with it. What does she expect us to do? What are you up to? You want to fight the Empire together? A bunch of outcasts like us fighting right alongside with the likes of ye? See what she does. I think I like the sound of that. To your post, boys. Whether it be Deist or the edge of the world, we'll get you there. Alright, Leila joined the party. I do kind of like how it rotates fourth party members. It's kind of an interesting way of doing things. Much different than Final Fantasy I, that is for sure. Okay, so Deist, it said, was the island to the east of the snow area. So up on the map, you can see on the right up there, that's got to be where we go. So we got to go down through this little passage here in between the land and make our way down through the ocean and then up to that island. Killer fish and sea snakes. Let's see what Leila does. I'm pretty sure. Yep, she has thunder. And I don't know what she attacks with. I'm going to guess knives, but thunder is good against sea creatures. So, thunder 4. Sheesh, that's a lot of damage. Okay, cool. She may prove to be very handy on the ship. Dang. Okay. I like that. Okay, so we can go down and check that out, but there's also this other island right there on the map that you can see that is off by itself, a little bitty island. Let's see what's there first. Awfully suspicious. So it was saying that the game told me that when I clicked optimal, that the optimal weapon for Firion was the sleep sword, but it is dog crap. It's not doing anything. So I think we're going to swap it out after we use some Asuna and some cures. And we will swap the sleep blade for... Let's see, what is our best sword? Mithril sword or ancient sword? I don't know. Surely that doesn't curse us. Let's find out. We'll swap it for the ancient sword for now because the ancient sword is better than the mithril sword. Well, its accuracy is way lower. We'll just go to mithril sword. Don't have very many good swords, evidently. But what the heck is on this island here? Tropical island. Okay. It's a lot of chests. So, we will be back for this later. We don't, I'm not sure what's there right now, or if we need to go there. But now we have it pinged on the map. So if we ever get a clue saying to go to a tropical island, then we'll know where it's at. Also, Leila, I thought I had a knife, but she has a dagger and a longsword, which is kind of neat. Nothing on her arms. We don't really want to raise her magic interference. And the leather gloves don't boost defense enough to be worth it for the magic interference that it causes. So, for now, we're going to go with no arm guards for Leila. Starting to wonder if we made the right call in using swords for Firion. Wonder if spears might have been better, but oh well. Alright, can we... Yes, we can just walk at any time. We don't have to find a port. That's a nice change from Final Fantasy 1. In case you didn't see that, anytime you sailed in Final Fantasy 1, if you wanted to get off of the ship, you would have to find a port. So you couldn't just get off wherever you wanted. It was very limited in where you could go. You could look anywhere you wanted, but you couldn't get off anywhere. Alright, sneeze snakes are getting us with a lot of venom here. I guess let's go ahead and keep using Asuna rather than just using antidotes. She has quite a bit of MP and we need to make sure we keep leveling it. I don't remember why, but I remember it being a big deal later. Okay, let's get out and walk from here. Alright, there looks like a town. Hilda, ambushed by a Hilgaigus. And he kills her in one shot. Alright, let's get the heck out of here. Just leave her laying there dead. It will be a good opportunity for us to level up more magic for her and use life and cure. Alright, to the town before we get attacked by any more Hilgaiguses or Gaigi. Castle Deist, first floor. Okay, so it looks like this is a dungeon, not a town. Let's see. I'm curious if there is another town nearby because I would like to be able to rest up first, if possible. Stalactites. Have not found any of these yet. Oof. High physical defense. Okay. Magic is starting to become more of a big deal now. Jeez. Took a lot of their attacks just to get this far. Also, Leila cannot currently use her magic against them because she does not have enough MP. So she's going to go to the back row. And we'll hopefully do some more damage with fire. I mean, it's not great. Thank goodness for Guy. Let's use fire again. Let's defend with her because she's useless in battle. Her thunder is good. Everything else, not so much. And she does not have much HP or MP. As you can see, she does no damage. Alright, things are starting to get a little bit tougher. I like it. And there's a cave up here. What's in the cave? Deist Cavern. Okay. I don't know if we do the cavern or the castle first. And I also want to know if there is any town on this little island here. So I think I'm going to walk up to this in a minute. I'm going to walk up to the corner of this island over to the right and see if there is anything, because I would like to rest up before we start another dungeon. We might have to sail to wherever the nearest town is and then come back. We'll go ahead and wander up there real quick. Shee! We are running away from that for sure. Not prepared, because we need more magic, and they're all pretty tough. Hopefully there's a town up here. It did not say anything from any of the NPCs about there being a town up here. But hopefully there will be something. And there is not. Okay, where is the nearest town? We could sail. Actually, you know what? We can sail right across that little channel right there. And then make it to whatever town that is. It is Bafsk. Okay, so I'm going to sail to Bafsk and rest up real quick. No thank you. We were right outside of Deist Castle. We are not fighting these guys. Let's see if they get any hits off before we run away. Watch them hit Leila and kill her real quick. All right, at least he can take it. We did not flee. Okay, there we go. It's not a bad thing that we took some damage because it'll level our stamina, but that could have been quite bad. Okay, good enough for now. So, I don't know which one we go to first, the castle or the cavern. But right here we have one set of stairs that we can get to for now. But I think we're out of time for this episode. So on the next episode, we will go through Baff's castle and or cavern, whichever one it ends up being, and go from there and see what we do. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Hit the like button if you have and let me know what you've thought. The game is definitely getting harder, so I'm glad of that, and we'll see if we need to be leveling our magic. So thank you guys for watching. If you want to see more, like I said, I've got a whole playlist of this challenge on my channel, and I'll also leave a link in the description. And I also have other types of videos on my channel, like pickups videos, collecting reviews, stuff like that. So turn on notifications if you want to see that, and go ahead and subscribe if you want to help me out. I would really appreciate it, and hopefully I'll see you in the next video.